here with all the rest of the media.
Hello.
Manx.net are there.
You've done a great job all day. I've been following you. It's been good. You've enjoyed doing the live feeds.
Thank you. It was a bit, we lost it at times.
Yeah, but it's new technology, isn't it?
Yeah, but it worked well at the start anyway, I think.
So what's the latest? Come on, update us. How long now do you think to go?
About 12, 15 minutes, something like that. Yeah.
Wow.
I think, yeah. I was panicking with a few other things in there. And of course, Del's here. Karen, what time do you expect? How many minutes away are we now?
Oh, not very long.
Yeah. Not very long. That's very specific.
I'll go and check.
No, we're joking. One of the helpers down here is Sue Biggett, many times winner. Badly researched again. How many? 8 times is that?
6 times.
I was going to say 6.
Yeah. 11 finishes. Only 6.
Your fastest time?
16:23.
Yeah, it's pretty fast.
I know, but these guys are going amazingly fast today, aren't they?
But is it 3 years now since you did it?
Yes. Yeah.
So you're getting used to not doing it now.
I know. Enjoying watching everybody else do it. Hey, Gordon.
Gordon's flipped from one side of the fence to the other as well because he's been down here many times, but he's also, gosh,
yes, many times, 10 times.
Many comebacks as well.
Yeah,
you did it last year, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, yes. The last time, hopefully. As I've said
there's
before.
a few people we've been talking to around the course that have said that never again. And Terry Moffat, who's been coming through the field quite well, he's one of the people who's often said he's never going to do it again.
I know, and he's still here.
And Robbie Collister, I think he said something about shooting him if he ever did it again at one point, but he's still there. So who else have we got around to talk to? Quick word from Ray when he's free. Race director.
Hi Murray.
How long to go now? Just a few minutes?
We're thinking about what, 28 minutes past 11 approximately.
Thank you, that's very useful.
My best estimate.
No, that's very useful because
Better than my estimate,
we were
right?
late coming online. So what's your take on it? Is Richard allegedly had food poisoning along with some of the other guys on Thursday night? Do you think that's the main reason times are slower this year, or is it the weather? Or?
I think a combination. I mean, definitely Richard. He didn't look as well in the middle part of the race. I thought that he was not so good through Kirkmichael, Balaf, particularly Jervy, and then on the stretch into Bride, he seemed to rally, and then by Andreas he looked very good into Mackled, so never in any doubt that he wouldn't finish. But of course he's sought some 45 minutes off his pace from last year.
Yes.
I think given the weather, given how he feels, given the lack of competition, he has walked a soldier's race since before Russian, so therefore all these factors will contribute to a slower time. The other thing is, you can't walk a record every time.
No.
I think that's unreasonable to expect.
Have you had any thoughts? Have you had any time to research? I haven't yet. Karen's position in 3rd place at the moment, Casey. There's been very few times when a woman's been in the top 3. I can only think of 2 or 3.
Well, of course, Sandra Brown was the very first.
Irene Corlett was also 2nd or 3rd.
Yeah. She would have predated my involvement with the Parish War.
Yes. So there's only a handful of occasions, aren't there?
Yeah.
And
although
and Emma Schilling is also well up as well. So.
But Janice Quirk walked a fabulous race.
Yes.
And actually, in another era, Janet would have been a winner given her times. So some of the ladies have done pretty well, but Casey is doing.
And you're aware of the statistics? I presume that the last couple of years we've had more women than men enter.
Indeed so. Yes, and that's been the case for some years now.
Yes.
Hasn't it?
And any thoughts on that?
Well, I think the whole health issue, for sure. I think ladies are taking it more seriously than men, and walking is such an easy thing to do. It's fabulous for their fitness, and I think maybe that's why maybe more of the women are coming together.
In terms of finishes, though, they're catching up, but there's still not a majority. There's still about 1/3 of the finishes are female, as opposed to the entrants. Do you think there's any cause for that?
I think why more women will enter, they will enter together. So in other words, that's a difference of the sexes. Ladies like doing things with other ladies. Fellas will do things individually.
Yes.
And there's no doubt that a group of ladies will come together to enter the parish, but they're not necessarily going to be finishers, that's for sure. Whereas perhaps maybe some of the men are slightly more competitive, and yes, perhaps are more inclined to be a finisher.
And I know you're always very aware every year of looking to improve anything. The race hasn't even finished yet, but has anything caught your eye today? You think, damn, I wish we hadn't done that, or because I have in my case.
we have about 10 things on the list already.
Yes.
Ranging from how we're going to manage our resources from first aid, to getting more no parker cones where we need them. People are crying out for the no parkers, so simple things like that. How we're going to manage our sort of resources, leapfrogging one over the other and whatever, because it's a long day, very long course, and it just gobbles up resources like
one of the things that I try to do on the website is credit different people at different times, different groups of people, but one group I'd like to highlight are the people who put all the signs up. I mean, coming along the coast road tonight, all the signs that are erected, the speed limits and everything.
Well, that's
just explain that to
two people who have absolutely no connection with the athletics, no connection with Manx Harriers. They were friends of friends when we were in need, came out, and they are really competent. They think, and they've looked at the way we've done things and said, okay, but this would be a better way to do it, and I've just said, yeah, go right ahead. And they've done a fantastic job, and that's Ian Lewandowski and his mate Alan Bell, and they have done an absolute fantastic job marking the East Coast, all the way from Onken to Ginger Hall.
Yeah, and of course another aspect we can so easily overlook is the fact they don't just have to be put up, they have to be taken down again.
Well, 8 a.m. tomorrow morning we will dismantle the finish, and by, I would hope, 6 p.m. tomorrow evening every single parish walk sign will be gone. And that's our objective. And maybe even well before 6 p.m.
And how long will it be before you start thinking about other things after the parish walk?
Well,
a week or two.
We have our debrief meeting next, so we'll have a sit down and we'll have a meal and we'll discuss what went on. We'll write down all the suggestions, good and bad, and they will then be reconsidered next September, and then that's when we would start with next year's race.
Yes, excellent. Thanks very much. And
you're welcome, Murray.
I'm sure we'll be filling in some more time when I probably catch you again sometime. I had someone else earmarked to talk to. So that was Raymond Cox, the race director for the past 20 years or so. And see the time on the clock now, ticking away, 15:20. It's historically this sort of time. Bear in mind that Derek Harrison's record, 15:19, stood from 1979 until 2006. We're still talking about very fast times here, but because they've been so fast in recent times, then this year it does appear to be a little bit slower. But he's well on his way, should be on the promenade now. Any sightings? We haven't got any GPS tracking or anything like that. So slightly bigger camera over this side of the arena as all the Manx Radio here. James Davis is here.
All right, thank you. And yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. Cheers, bye.
I want to do something that just give way to race director Raymond Cox. Where did John Motson disappear to? John, I often like turning the corner. You predicted the top two today. Did you see?
Not the top two yet, Mark.
No, true. Did you expect Karen to be so good?
Yeah, I did. I thought she'd be up there. Yeah, I thought maybe I said top five, but I think I always thought she'd be higher than that, really. But I know she's been training hard, and she's obviously taking it very seriously this time, and the record looks like it's going to be wiped away.
Really? Gosh, because I've had my job is one of my jobs is statistics, but I just haven't had a chance to take them in today.
I think so. It looks that way. I mean, it certainly was until Mackle. Looked very well on.
And she's walked very well as well.
Yes, but no, Richard had a bit of a dodgy time.
Yes.
And a dodgy tongue for a while. And I think now he's
And
Look behind you. So
he's certainly on for it. Yeah.
just
had a good
quick, I don't know how much longer we've got, but
No,
just
not long.
just explain what Isle of Man newspapers are doing this week on the Parish Walk.
here we are.
Well, we're doing a 8-page special in the Independent, mostly photographs and results, and we do that every year actually. We'll have the report in the Examiner as well, so quite a lot there really. But yeah, it's a good event as ever. Excellent weather today certainly for watching, but I think it would have been tough to walk in it today. Yeah. Certainly on the Slough, by the sound of it, sounded very hot and not very pleasant really. But there's still a lot of people going out there and going at a good pace.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of people
Thanks very
suffering
much.
too.
We're going to be turning around shortly. That's John Watson, sports editor, Isle of Man newspapers. Manx Radio are over there as well.
Done it again, 4 times.
And
Well, imagine you can have a seat. You can move the line.
got Manx.net and Manx Radio fighting for position.
Get his reaction, see what he
We're
has
going to
to
be the
say.
poor relations here.
Thanks.
Hey guys, I'm going first anyway.
Oh.
no, I'm joking.
I'm just going to piggyback on his.
Okay, Winston.
That's what we use.
Sorry.
Oh, no, that's right.
Yeah, good job with your wireless. Sorry.
Quite a way down the prom.
Right.
Hello. How are you doing?
You and your cat will be in safe hands at milanvets.co.uk. For over 100 years, farmers have been chopping at
I'm going to interview you. I'm going to get my arm back on James Davis, Manx Radio,
animal and pet foods, all at our no-frill
just went
prices.
off slightly
And
there now.
our coal is
God.
much cheaper than filling stations prices too. For bulk buy deals
We're
and
fighting
free
for
delivery.
bandwidth. First time that we've had a grandstand, so if you're coming down here, come and join the grandstand later on. Manx Telecom adverts quite prominent. Only 4 people in the grandstand so far for the finish.
If you are a business, you need to know your documents and files are safe. G4S are your trusted provider of office services plus document management, delivery, collection, storage and shredding. So why wouldn't you want your documents in the security of G4S?
Probably are hurt, but you're not admitting it.
How long to go?
Minutes. I think actually Ray said 15:28 was his guess.
And then we hopefully will see Miss Gerard come over the line. And all the camera crews, everyone's here ready to go. Watching
Yes, that's
our
right.
live
Mike,
Parish Walk. Certainly everyone's geared up for the pictures.
We're all interviewing each other.
Ready to
We're
go.
all trying to find something to say.
Yeah.
Here he comes.
you can see him. See him here.